Okay, so should we say hi? Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Kate. Hi, Nicola. Hi, So let's talk about the audacity that it takes to charge what you're worth.
Yes. So we are indeed.
Yeah, so I want to start by asking, what was the first time you undercharged and what happened?
So I wouldn't say one time stands out specifically, but like this is something I'm not perfect at and I still work on all the time because I can think of recent-ish experiences where I undercharged for an event.
Okay.
I met this lady at a networking event, and I gave her like a discounted events rate.
Okay.
And she then tried to negotiate that further. So that was probably the first, like straight away I was learning a lesson from that. The people who want discounts and who want to negotiate your prices will never be happy enough, will never be happy with what you've given them. Birdies! And I do point of view here. So yes, the people who will try and negotiate your prices will never be happy with anything either. They always want more.
I agree with that.
Yeah, they want more. It's just, and it didn't feel good. Like it wasn't a great interaction.
Did you do the job?
I did do the job.
Yeah.
And
do you remember, like,
I felt crap. Like I was pretty resentful about, like, just the feeling in my body wasn't great.
Yeah, okay.
I normally walk into a job and I'm like excited to be there. Like I was still excited. I still gave it my all, you know, like I was boosting up the crowd and really interacting. And I'm always going to give it my all. 100%, everyone deserves that. But there was definitely a part of me that was like reserved and not feeling it as much. I wasn't excited to be there because I felt like she didn't value my worth. And that's a hard one. So it felt icky, and then delivering it felt icky. Like it was just not this exciting process.
I have a really good one.
Okay, I'm excited.
I gave her a refund. And I'd already
I want to hear this.
So
because I don't think I would ever give a refund.
No, so this one this one was interesting. So years and years ago, I had an inquiry. I was trying to like specialize in weddings, and I got an inquiry for an elopement. And at the time, I think I was charging, like, I was trying to get into the wedding industry, so I needed more of a portfolio.
Okay.
And I felt like because of that, even though I have all this experience, like this was probably only like 7 years ago. I've been in business for a long time. But because of that or whatever, I was like, I'll charge less. So for this elopement, I think I charged like $600. And that was an hour and a half to 2 hours. And it included me doing before photos in the Lula Bar, which was already like half an hour away from where I live. And then they were getting married in Kings Beach. So which is half an hour. So I drove half an hour to do just her getting ready, and then drove half an hour to get to the beach and like did the ceremony. And they also decided to get married in the middle of the day. Like it was like a 12 o'clock. I'm not kidding. Like a 12 o'clock wedding on the beach. And so they'd already paid. Like everything was paid in advance. We did the ceremony. I did some photos for them after. I asked, do you want any extra like couple photos or like, are you doing something after? Like I even offered to like do more than what I had sort of invoiced for, and they said, oh no, that's all good. Now they were older. And I think that's probably the part that I have to like specify because I was undercharging by a lot. Now if I do an elopement for 2 hours, like it's almost double that, right? If not more.
Did you say what you charged for that?
I charged 600.
600.
Well, it's $595.
Okay.
So So I delivered the photos, I did my normal editing, I had presets that I used and all that sort of thing, and they sent this huge email complaining, saying that they hated the photo. She thought she looked awful, like she thought she looked really bad. She was going to take me to
the
ACCC, like all this stuff.
Do you have this gallery?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
I want to see this.
No, I deleted it after a while.
Are they bad?
No. And
because I don't think I've seen any of your photos where I'm like, I refunded.
I sent her an email back. It was, I was so professional, because this is not the first time I've had people complain about work, but I know how to like handle it. So professional, like, I'm so sorry you feel that way. Could you tell me exactly what it is that you don't like? Is it something that I can edit, or, because, if you're saying, oh, there's a crease in my wedding dress, or there's, like stuff like that, like, it's like, oh, I can fix that.
If it's too bright, if it's too dark.
Yeah. Is it the editing style? Do you want, like, is it less, is it too yellow? It's too bright? Obviously, it was in the middle of the day in October, so it was pretty bright anyway. It doesn't rain here in October.
Kings Beach October wedding. I would have been charging extra just to have me in the sun at that time.
Yeah. So she replies and says, no, it's none of that. You've made me look old. And I basically replied and said, I'm so sorry. I've just photographed what was put in front of me. And at the time, I was in a really busy concert season. So I was just like, you know what? I don't care. So I said, I can give you a refund minus my admin fee, which I said was like $250. And then I refunded her the rest.
Look, I guess in a way that's kind of like you were never going to win.
I was never going to win, I just like gave into it.
That's not even worth that.
Yeah, I was like, I think given that she was saying that she hated every single photo of her and that I made her look old when I absolutely didn't, like that it was just not the right situation. I just cut my losses. So I did undercharge, and then I also lost money.
So I feel like we've got to learn these lessons the hard way sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And now I'm I always make sure that I meet the full weddings. Like I meet those clients in advance. I talk to them in detail about what what I'm covering. Everything. I do it all. But right now. So I was wondering if you can talk to us both from a photography point of view, but maybe a psychology point of view as well. So like, what happens to you when someone asks for your price, like viscerally, and then like, can you explain that, the psychology?
I think it depends on the situation and the interaction and who's asking and how they're asking. I would say I remember at the start when people would ask my price, I got this feeling in my body of just like nerves, uncertainty. It was like little butterflies and just like kind of a sinking feeling, like it was very unsure, just this wrong, unsure feeling in my body, because I wasn't confident in what I was saying back. I was kind of wasn't confident in my prices, and I wasn't confident if I should be charging them.
Okay.
So whilst I was invoicing for stuff like this, in saying that,
you didn't necessarily believe in yourself.
No, I didn't, and it wasn't in every single circumstance. Like sometimes I would do it for free, or sometimes I would be like, oh, this is my price, but like, you're my friend, so
or what's in your budget?
What's in your budget? I would often ask, what's in your budget? Here's my prices, but what's in your budget? I can make that work. I remember when I flipped that and I went, no, I'm really worth this, and the people that see that and value that will come to me. Like, it's okay to say, it's okay for people to say no. That's okay. When I became more at peace with that, stating my prices with the right people in the right interaction feels just calm. Like there's no uncertainty. It just feels like we're talking about breakfast. What are you going to order? It's very matter of fact. Like there's no awkwardness. There's no awkwardness because you're a friend, because you're family. It's just, this is my price. And it's even for everyone because I love everyone equally. Like, this is my price. When people negotiate with me, like the undercharging, and that negotiation was a recent experience, that was a feeling in my body. I remember that was like a whole rush of sensation when she questioned my price and tried to negotiate. And when I stayed true to myself and I was really authentic and just said, yep, this is what it is. Yep, like And I explained to her the reason why. Like, I didn't explain too much, but I said, yep, so that includes pre-production, editing, etc. I explained why the cost was what it was. And I was just really confident in that. And I remember this, like, it was almost like my body just lit up for me. Like, it was like this whole green light, this whole sensation of going, like, yes.
I remember a couple of years ago, well, when when I restarted my business, so 2022, I said it to a friend, and I think I said it as a bit of a joke, but in my mind I was like, oh no, like, that is how I feel. I don't remember what the number was, but I was like, I'm basically not going to get out of bed for like $300 as a minimum. And that became like an actual standard. Like, I was like, well, I'm not going to get out of, I'm not going to touch my camera unless I've already been paid in advance. Like, I'm not going to pick up a camera until I've been paid in advance. And also, like, for me, I'm like, well, I have a set standard of how much I need to be making a minimum of a day. So if that number is 300, I was like, well, yeah, like, why I've been doing this for so long, like, why would I say yes to anything less?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You have the skills, you have the experience, you have all of that behind you to charge that. And I think, like, the photographers who have the amount of experience you have, that should be just like such an easy, just like, yes, I'm so worth it. I do understand, like, people like me, when you come in and you're kind of a bit unsure, like, I knew I'm starting, but like, if I can walk into it and say, I won't get out of bed for less than $300, which is my thing as well. I won't rock up if you pay me less than that. Like, it's not worth it. And I don't mean that in an asshole way, like, but I won't go for less than that. And if I can say that without all the experience, you can absolutely say that.
I think the audacity almost more comes from the clients when they try to argue.
Like, that to me sometimes makes me go, what?
Yeah, like, if they're asking, like, I've been doing a lot of quotes recently because this is my quiet period, so I do a lot of quoting for the end half of the year. So I'll have clients sort of email me and say, this is the scope of what we need done. What's your pricing on that? And, like, I am in no way coming up with numbers out of just picking a number out of thin air. Like, I'll sit there and work out, how long does it take me to drive there? How long will it take me to set up? Like, what equipment of mine that I already own, or
which was really expensive to buy.
Yes. What of my expensive equipment do I need to take with me? And if I don't have a piece of equipment, will I need to buy it or hire it? When will I need to do that? How long will I spend shooting?
How long will I spend planning?
How long will I do that? And then I've got to also drive home, and then I've got to edit. And how is my computer going? Like, is it up to date? Do I need a new hard drive? Do I need new memory cards?
Like, new software? Like,
is my shoot-proof gallery up to date? Like,
like, we don't actually get paid stupid amounts per hour. No. We have actually sat down, like, Kate taught me this when I said, what do I charge? She was like, well, you don't just pull that number from.
No.
And we figured out what our rate per hour should be and how that translates across. Like, it wasn't just a random grab.
And I honestly think sometimes I'm still charging a lot lower than what I could be charging, but I'm also like, I'm okay with that, because as long as I'm hitting all of my targets, I'm like, oh, well, I don't feel like I need to charge more. But then, like, there are jobs where, like, I quoted one the other day where it was like a couple $1,000s, where I needed to drive to Brisbane 3 different times. Take a backdrop setup for one of the times. Like, take 3 different camera setups for one of the, like, I had to, like, at the top of that, I'm like, oh, do I need an assistant all 3 times? Because I'll need to work that into the charging. So, I have no problem charging what I believe to be true.
I think it's a good thing to get used to and experienced at people saying no to you, and people saying you're too expensive. No, it doesn't.
And you just,
you just go, okay. Because the next person might be the person who easily goes, cool, oh, you're driving back and forth 3 times, let me add a fee onto that, because you shouldn't.
Do you want me to pay for your travel?
Yeah, do you want me to pay for your
Petrol's
fuel?
really expensive at the moment.
So in saying that some of my jobs have gone the wrong way, also some of my first jobs, I quoted a price per hour for an event, and it was in Brisbane. So he said, yep, sure, that's fine. I'm lucky this was a family friend. He said, that's fine. I'm also adding a travel rate on for you, and I'm going to bump your hourly up. So those experiences too helped me realize there are people out there that will pay this, that want to pay this because they see what you're worth, and it's worth it to them.
Yeah.
Like,
when do you think that like changed for you? Like like obviously you said the undercharging one was quite recent, but like when do you think you became more confident in being able to openly charge what you felt you were?
I would say, I'm going to say like it's a mix of things. I would say it's being surrounded by people who believe in me. Like,
you had a really great mentor last year.
Yeah, she was pretty awesome. So that one, definitely, and people hiring me for jobs and paying me what I'm worth. That definitely helped. But I think it also took a moment for me to step back and apply my knowledge from, burlesque dancing and performing as a professional dancer to this industry as well. And when I translated that across, it was kind of like, that's when it all kind of clicked. Like, I was like, I don't want to undercut. That sucks to come in and undercut other photographers, so I'm not going to charge low. I am worth my time and my money. And I also thought about the fact that, like, in the industry, when I'm performing and someone asks my rate, if I confidently say my rate and leave, like, no room for negotiation, this is my rate, I'm so worth it, and not even, like, hesitate, that converted to a lot more bookings. So applying that now, instead of saying, oh, here's my prices, but also what's your budget? That like, you asked about the psychology before, that literally opens up like an invitation for them to question you.
Yes.
That gives them a pause to go, oh, wait a minute, is she confident in these prices or are they negotiable?
Sales psychology, as someone who does not have an undergrad in psychology,
no, but you still know, but
in sales psychology, giving them an open-ended question like that doesn't show like a confidence level, and but giving them you can give them an open-ended question, but it has to be like, so when would you like to book in? Or like or just like being really assumptive. I call it well, I don't call it, it is called an assumptive close. So, and you can use an assumptive close with like a question. So I'll often be like, let me know if that suits and I'll send the invoice through. Like, I'm not saying, is that okay?
Same.
Does that work for you? I'm more sort of saying like, let me know your thoughts, I'll send the invoice through.
Mine's like, let me know which package aligns and I'll invoice you for that one. Like, not
saying like, is that okay?
Which one?
Like,
which one do you want to
if I get an inquiry for a photo shoot, I've been really good at it lately, even though I did accidentally book someone in for the wrong day.
That's why you have a team.
If I get an inquiry for shoots, I'll say, great, I have this shoot day. Would 11 o'clock suit? And I'm not saying like, here are my prices, like, let me know which one you think you might want to go with and then I'll find a day. I'm saying, I have 11 o'clock, here are my prices. And
it's a yes or no.
And they basically have to reply and say, cool, let's book it in. Or no.
And that's okay. Like, say no.
And I'm okay with that.
Let that go. Yeah,
I'm totally fine to be like, cool.
And it's going to make you more confident in what you're delivering, and when you rock up to the shoot, if you've said your packages with confidence and you're going, like, if the very first interaction is led with like confidence, psychologically you're going into the whole rest of your business relationship with that person very confident. And upsell, you can add add-ons.
I think for me, the shift that happened for me was when I restarted my business, and my new goal became, no, it wasn't my goal, but I was like, the reality of my life is now that I have to start dating, and I have to I want to have a family, and I want to spend time with my friends, and I don't want to miss things. So for me, that then became like, well, I can't work all the time. So what shifted in me was actually like the feeling of like, I will be charging this much per hour or per job or whatever, was because, I don't want to be working all day, every day. I don't want to be working 7 days a week. I don't want to be working every single weekend. I don't want to be away all the time. So actually what I'll do is I'll set my prices and I will stick to that. So that also is like setting the boundaries as well, and then sticking to your own boundaries. So I set my boundaries of like, if I can't remember if it's $300, but let's call it $300. So I set that boundary of like, I'm not getting out of bed for less than $300 because if I do, I'm going to be working at a loss all the time.
Yeah. And you'll be working at a loss.
And, now I have a mortgage as well. And I have a puppy. And
you have a partner. Like,
I have a partner. And I have friends. And, like, I have friends who have babies. And, like, I just want to experience my life, and if I'm charging not enough money, I'm not going to have time to include all of that. And that's where I think that shifts is like you have to work out why you're even running your own business. Like, is it because you just want to make millions of dollars, or do you want a career that works in well with your life? Because photography is perfect for that. Photography is like the perfect job for people who don't want to work full-time hours, or who have kids, or mothers
chronic
who
illness.
Chronic illness. Like people who have never worked a full-time job. And who don't want to.
You shouldn't ever have to do that.
So I guess all of this sort of comes together as to why we created the Confidence Workshop.
Definitely. I want to be able to teach other photographers how to embody the same confidence level that I have, and how to have that audacity and to go out and charge what you're bloody worth, and if not you, then who?
Who will do it?
If you don't step up and charge those prices, I'm telling you right now, someone else will. They will. They absolutely will, and they will get the brand deals or the weddings, or
they'll get the jobs that you wanted.
Yes, because they had the audacity to put themselves out there, be confident, just go for it, and believe in themselves.
And confidence is one of those things that's really hard. I have been a very confident person my whole life. But pricing was always something that when I was younger, I struggled with. So I guess for me, the reason why I love mentoring the photographers now is yes, I can help you with the photography side, and I can help you with that. But what I've actually learned from being in business for 18 years is the business. I want to say you're with you when I was mentoring you, I said many times, and I still do, you have so much talent. So I don't need to help you with that. What I want to help you with is finding your audience and finding the right people and charging what's worth your work.
You also helped me find where my skill set is best distributed and where I should outsource, which has changed my changed my business dramatically. The confidence to go, I can't do all this on my own, and I'm going to outsource some of it, literally just changes everything. So, as I'm very autistic, ADHD, I am very high masking, stupidly high masking. So I would say I am very outwardly presenting, very confident. A lot of people think that I am the most confident person ever. I have a very severe anxiety disorder. I see a lot of mental health professionals and very high masking. So social situations are actually wildly hard for me, wildly hard.
And you said yes to doing a workshop.
I did say yes to doing a workshop because I truly do believe that even though I find them really hard, I think that if I can do it, so can anyone.
Literally.
And I really want to be able to share with other people about how I got to this point and how I turned an anxiety disorder and an autistic spicy brain into, I can make this work for me, and I can take those parts that make it better, and then I can also find skills and strategies to manage the other stuff, but I guess the main thing is that I learned how to embody that confidence, and one of my favorite sayings at the moment is feel it until you heal it, rather than fake it till you make it. Feel it until you heal it. So you are going to practice every single day, feeling that confidence and feeling that power and just feeling that authenticity, and you practice that every single day until you heal that part of you that didn't feel that confidence.
And because they say if you want to get to know the true version of you, you should run your own business.
I didn't need to go to therapy because this business makes me ask all of those questions about myself.
Why am I doing this?
Why am I so afraid of being seen?
Why don't I want to charge like that? Oh, why did I feel nervous to go see that person or photograph that person?
Yes. Why am I nervous to charge that price? That's a really, it's really some deep psych work. So if you want to do the inner work on yourself, start a business.
And if you're a photographer watching this and you're still watching this, and you're charging $200 for an 8-hour shoot.
Yeah. Even if you're already charging the 800 and you want to be a luxury photographer that charges double.
If you're not charging enough, or you're not charging what you feel like you're worth, we would love to help you.
We'd love to help you. So it's for everyone. It's for the people who are charging nothing, the people who are charging mediocre, the people who are already charging what they want but they want to know how to level up.
Yeah. Yay! Bye!